Your motorcycle chain is one of the hardest working components on your entire bike. Every single time you twist the throttle, every gear change, every kilometer at speed, it's all passing through that chain. And most riders are slowly destroying it without realizing it. Today, we're covering 8 mistakes that wreck chains, sprockets, and in serious cases, entire gearboxes. And number 4, I can almost guarantee you're doing it right now. Stay until the end, because mistake number 8 is the one that causes the most expensive damage, and almost nobody talks about it. Let's get into it. Mistake 1, lubricating a dirty chain. This is where most riders start going wrong. They see a dry chain, grab the lubricant spray, and cover it generously. Job done, bike protected. Except it isn't. Here's what's actually happening. Your chain picks up road grit, dust, sand, and metal particles every single kilometer you ride. When you spray lubricant on top of all that contamination without cleaning first, you're not protecting the chain, you're creating an abrasive paste. The lubricant binds the grit together and holds it against the metal surfaces, the rollers, the pins, the inner plates, and every rotation of that chain grinds that paste deeper into the components it's supposed to protect. Riders who do this consistently don't understand why their chain wears out so fast. Now you do. The correct order is always clean first, lubricant second, never the other way around. A clean chain with fresh lubricant lasts dramatically longer than a chain that gets sprayed regularly but never cleaned. This single habit change extends chain life by 30 to 40%, and most riders never make it. Mistake 2, using the wrong lubricant. Walk into any workshop and you'll find riders using engine oil, WD-40, grease, and general purpose sprays on their chains, and every single one of those is wrong. WD-40 is a water displacer and light solvent. It cleans. It does not lubricate long-term. It evaporates quickly and leaves your chain dry within a short ride. Using it as a chain lubricant is one of the most common mistakes on this entire list. Engine oil is too thin. It flings off at speed and covers your rear tire and swing arm instead of staying where it's needed. Heavy grease is too thick. It doesn't penetrate to the inner plates where the real wear happens, and it collects road dirt like a magnet. The correct choice is a purpose-made chain lubricant, either wet formula for rain and humid conditions or dry formula for dry, dusty conditions. These are engineered to penetrate the chain's inner links, resist fling-off at speed, and protect under the specific load conditions a motorcycle chain experiences. Nothing else does all 3 of those things simultaneously. Mistake 3, wrong tension, too tight. Most riders know a loose chain is dangerous. What most riders don't know is that a chain that's too tight is equally damaging and far more common. When your chain is too tight, it creates a constant load on 3 components simultaneously: your gearbox output shaft bearing, your wheel bearing, and the chain itself. Every rotation under tension that's too high is stressing all 3 of those components beyond their design limits. The damage compounds over time. Bearings develop play, the output shaft develops wear, and ironically, the tight chain itself wears faster because it has no room to flex naturally through the sprocket teeth. Your owner's manual gives you a specific chain slack measurement. Use it. Measure at the tightest point of the chain's rotation, because chains are not perfectly uniform, and the tightest spot is where it needs to be within spec, not the loosest spot, the tightest. Mistake 4, checking tension on the side stand. Here it is, number 4, and this is the one that gets almost everyone. When your bike is on the side stand, the suspension is fully extended on one side and the geometry of the swing arm is at its most extended position. In this position, your chain will always appear to have more slack than it actually has when you're sitting on the bike with the suspension loaded. Riders who adjust chain tension with the bike on the side stand consistently over-tighten the chain. They see what looks like excess slack, tighten it down, and then wonder why their chain wears out fast and their wheel bearing keeps failing. The correct way to check chain tension is with the bike on a paddock stand, rear wheel off the ground, suspension at its natural loaded position. If you don't have a paddock stand, have someone sit on the bike while you check the tension. The difference between side stand measurement and loaded measurement can be significant enough to take a properly adjusted chain into dangerously tight territory. This single mistake is responsible for more premature chain and bearing failures than almost anything else on this list. Mistake 5, ignoring the sprockets. Here's something most riders never think about. Your chain and sprockets are a system. They wear together. And if you replace one component without replacing the others, you've just accelerated the wear on your new part. A worn sprocket has teeth that are shaped differently from new teeth. Instead of flat-topped teeth that engage the chain rollers squarely, worn sprocket teeth develop a hooked shape. They look like little waves. When you put a new chain on worn sprockets, the new chain rollers don't sit correctly on those hooked teeth. The chain skips, jumps, and wears unevenly from the very first kilometer. Always inspect your sprockets when replacing your chain. If the teeth show any hooking, any shark fin shape, any asymmetrical wear, replace the sprockets at the same time. Buying a new chain and fitting it to worn sprockets is throwing money away. Mistake 6. Lubricating when the chain is hot. After a long ride, your chain is hot, and a hot chain has expanded metal, open pores, and perfect conditions for absorbing lubricant deeply, or so the thinking goes. This is why many riders lube immediately after riding. But here's the problem. The lubricant itself is also affected by the heat. When you spray chain lubricant onto a hot chain, the carrier solvent in the lubricant flash evaporates almost instantly before the lubricant has time to penetrate into the inner links where it's needed most. What you're left with is a surface coating that flings off within the first few kilometers of your next ride. The correct approach is to lubricate a warm chain, not a hot one. Ride a short distance to bring the chain to warm temperature, then stop and lubricate. Warm enough to aid penetration, cool enough that the lubricant doesn't immediately evaporate before doing its job. Mistake 7. Cleaning with the wrong solvent. When it comes to cleaning, not all chains are the same. Most modern motorcycle chains are O-ring or X-ring chains, meaning they have rubber seals between the inner and outer plates that hold grease inside the chain permanently. Using harsh solvents, petrol, acetone, strong degreasers on these chains dissolves those rubber O-rings. Once the O-rings are gone, the factory-packed internal grease escapes and your chain degrades from the inside out. No amount of external lubrication replaces what those internal seals are holding. Always use a purpose-made chain cleaner or a mild kerosene-based cleaner. These clean effectively without attacking the rubber seals. And never use a pressure washer directly on your chain for the same reason. The high pressure forces water past the O-rings and destroys them from the inside. Mistake 8. Riding a stretched chain too long. And here's the one that causes the most expensive damage of everything on this list. Chains stretch over time. This is normal. What's not normal is continuing to ride on a chain that has stretched beyond its service limit. Because a stretched chain doesn't just wear itself out, it actively destroys your sprocket teeth in a very specific way. As a chain stretches, the distance between its rollers increases, but your sprocket teeth are machined to a fixed spacing. The stretched chain rollers stop engaging the correct position on the teeth and begin riding up onto the tips of the teeth. This creates impact loading, small hammering impacts with every single revolution. The sprocket teeth wear rapidly. They develop that hooked shape we mentioned earlier. And if the chain stretches far enough, it begins skipping under load, which can cause sudden rear wheel lockup at speed. Every chain has a stretch limit marked by the manufacturer. Most mechanics check it with a chain wear indicator tool. It's a simple, inexpensive tool that every rider should own. Check your chain stretch every 3,000 kilometers. Replace before the limit, not after. Waiting until a chain is visibly loose or skipping means you've already destroyed the sprockets and potentially stressed the gearbox output shaft. The chain itself is the cheapest part of the system. Replace it on time and protect everything around it. If this video helped you understand your chain better, subscribe, because this channel exists to give you the kind of knowledge that keeps your bike running and keeps money in your pocket. See you in the next one.